Okay, howdy folks. We're gonna be going into some stupid today. Actually found out that, let's try and, watch some fun shit called Prageru. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Prageru. Just say Merry Christmas.
The change from wishing fellow Americans Merry Christmas to wishing them Happy Holidays is a very significant development.
It's really not. People just say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas. Are you seriously just going to use this and say, the left is forcing us to say Merry Christmas? Jesus Christ.
Proponents of Happy Holidays argue it's no big deal. Proponents of Merry Christmas are making a mountain out of a molehill.
Because it's actually accurate. That's exactly what they are doing. Seriously, quit being a bunch of pussies. If you want to say Merry Christmas, just fucking say it.
But the Happy Holidays advocates want it both ways. They dismiss opponents as hysterical, but at the same time, in addition to replacing Merry Christmas with Happy Holidays, they have relentlessly pushed to replace Christmas vacation with winter vacation and Christmas party with holiday.
You could say Christmas on anything. This is incredibly fucking stupid. Not all of us are fucking religious. So we don't fucking... Not everyone celebrates Christmas the same way that you do. Quit being so fucking arrogant to think that your fucking way of celebrating something is objectively fucking correct.
Party. So then, which is it? Is all this elimination of the word Christmas important or not?
No, it's not. Dennis, get your head out of your ass.
The answer is obvious. It's very important. That's why so much effort is devoted to substituting other words for Christmas. And these efforts have been extraordinarily successful. In place of the universal Merry Christmas of my youth, in recent...
You practically don't even celebrate the original fucking holiday, considering that you basically ripped it off of pagan beliefs. Really?
In decades, I have been wished Happy Holidays by every waiter and waitress in every restaurant I have dined, by everyone who welcomes me at any business, by my flight attendants and pilots.
Quit using personal anecdotes as evidence. Can you do that?
And by just about everyone else. When I respond...
It's funny how, like, a lot of people on the right will say the left is so fucking triggered, and yet you guys get offended by people saying merely, Happy Holidays. Really, like, God. And I'm not even on the fucking left. If anything, I would consider myself a right-leaning libertarian, but even now, I'm slowly beginning to shift my fucking views because, yeah, the past 2 years has kind of gone to show that this entire fucking system can crumble rather easily.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. I often sense that I've actually created some tension.
I've actually created some tension. Jesus Christ. And the fact that people actually fucking, like, listen to you and think that you give good advice.
Many of those I wish Merry Christmas are probably relieved to hear someone who feels free to utter the C word, but all the sensitivity...
I can say Merry Christmas too.
Training they've had to undergo creates cognitive dissonance. The opponents of Merry Christmas and other uses of the word Christmas know exactly what they're doing. They're disingenuous when they dismiss defenders of Merry Christmas as fabricating some, quote, war on Christmas. Of course.
No, they're being truthful. If anything, the most disingenuous people are here in Prageru.
Of course, it's a war on Christmas. Or more precisely, a war on the religious nature of America.
America was not founded on any fucking religion. If anything, we were a pluralistic nation that actually figured, hey, maybe we shouldn't use fucking religion as a bow to authority. I mean, you guys are practically the antithesis of America. Let's be honest. I mean, you guys will practically even... You guys will go so fucking far to try and say we should use the Bible to discipline our fucking kids. We should use the Bible as a fucking decent form of moral fabric. History has fucking taught us differently. It is a horrible idea. Human history has shown what... Here's what organized religion does. And this is the circle. It practically always happens. You guys start, and you guys want to cry oppressed every single fucking time. If you guys are legitimately fucking oppressed, I would side with you. You're not. But you cry oppression, you gain political power, and you turn into some of the most authoritarian assholes just on the planet. That's why I don't like any of you. I do not like organized religion. If you have your own personal beliefs, fine by you. Don't try shoving it under everyone's throats. Can you do that?
The left in America, like the left in Europe, wants to create a thoroughly secular society.
Yeah. I would actually think a secular society, because the facts state, you know, the more secular a society tends to be, the better off it is. I don't want to live in stupid fucking theocracies, you know, where the average fucking intelligence of people are practically dumb as fucking, like, dumb as dirt. I would rather not have that. Can we focus on, like, trying to create the world a better place? And besides, you guys don't even really follow the teachings of Jesus, to be honest. If you guys were to follow the teachings of Jesus, you guys would be willing to help out your fellow man. You're not.
Not a secular government, which is a desirable goal and which in any event has always been the case in America, but a secular society. Most people do not realize that the left believes in secularism as fervently as religious Jews and Christians believe in the Bible. That's why Merry Christmas.
Secularism is backed by facts.
Christmas bothers secular activists. It's a blatant reminder of just how religious America is and always has been. So here's a prediction.
The more secular a nation tends to be, the better off it usually is. So you might want to check that.
Activists on the left will eventually seek to remove Christmas as a national holiday.
No, we wouldn't. This is entire... You're trying to say that we will do this. There's no evidence for it. There is no actual fucking evidence for what you're trying to say that the left will do. You're basically making a boogeyman. Fucking pathetic.
Now, the left doesn't announce that its agenda is to thoroughly secularize American and Europeans.
You guys practically did the same thing with, like, Easter, Christmas. Hell, even Halloween was originally a pagan holiday.
Societies. Instead, they offer the inclusiveness argument. That Merry Christmas or Christmas party or Christmas vacation is not inclusive.
I have never heard anyone on the left say this. Are you serious?
This inclusive argument plays on Americans' highly developed sense of decency, but the
Sense of decency? Really?
argument is preposterous. Who exactly is being excluded when one wishes someone Merry Christmas? Not
There are people who don't celebrate Christmas. People will celebrate, I don't know, Ramadan or whatever other shit, Hanukkah. So, no. This is oh my god. I'm going through brain rot. Oh man, this is the reason why I'm planning to die by the age of 35. I don't have to deal with this shit.
non-Christians? I'm a non-Christian. I'm a Jew. Christmas is not a religious.
There are also Messianic Jews who practically are Christians, but they like to keep the aesthetics of Jews. Okay.
Holy day for me, but I'm an American, and Christmas is a national holiday in my country. It is therefore my holiday, though not my holy day, as much as it is for my fellow Americans who are Christian.
No one is keeping you from saying Merry Christmas.
That's why it's not surprising that it was an American Jew, Irving Berlin, who wrote White Christmas, one of America's most popular Christmas songs. In fact, according to a Jewish musician writing in the New York Times, almost all the most popular Christmas songs were written by Jews. Apparently,
What does this have to do with anything that you're trying to make a statement of? It's literally, it's just here for the fuck of it. It has no actual fucking bearing on what you're trying to... Oh, it has no actual bearing on your overall message. It's literally just useless information.
all these American Jews felt quite included by Christmas. By not wishing me a Merry Christmas, you are not being inclusive.
No one fucking cares. Jesus Christ. If you're going to get triggered by people saying Happy Holidays, Jesus Christ, dude. How much dick do you take? Because you've got to be the biggest pussy around.
You are excluding me from one of my nation's national holidays.
You can still celebrate it. You're not that fucking special.
But even if Christmas were not a national holiday, I would want pilots to wish their passengers Merry Christmas, companies to have Christmas parties, and schools to continue to have Christmas vacations. Just because I don't personally celebrate Christmas, why would I want to drop the word Christmas when the holiday is celebrated by 90% of my fellow Americans?
We'll say Christmas, we'll say Happy Holidays, who the fuck cares?
It borders on the misanthropic, not to mention the mean-spirited, to want to deny nearly all of your fellow citizens the joy of having Christmas parties or being wished a Merry Christmas.
I feel like you're practically just lying through your teeth. Because I've never seen anyone get offended by by the words Merry Christmas. The reason why I'm practically offended right here is because I know you're fucking lying through your goddamn teeth, and I know what you are. You guys are a bunch of massive authoritarians who really just want a theocracy. I mean, hell, you guys will practically fucking deny the, idea of logic and reason trumping fucking religions and shit. Just because some people are fucking old, yes. Socrates was the supposed founder of philosophy, the supposed inventor of it, doesn't mean that his ideas were correct. We've continued to evolve. And, you know, psychologically, we have also continued to evolve, as stated by Nietzsche.
The vast majority of Americans who celebrate Christmas and who treat non-Christians so well deserve better.
Yeah, they deserve to have some better education that doesn't rely on you.
So please, say Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
And Christmas party. And Christmas vacation. If you don't,
I don't care.
You're not inclusive. You're hurtful. I'm Dennis Prageru.
If you mean that I have bite, then okay. But I also just, I fucking hate authoritarians. Let's see some more. Three ways to fix America.
Something ain't right, and we all know it. Are we just going to give up on the greatest country in the history of the world? Or are we going to fight for freedom and a thriving future? They always tell us that we're at a once-in-a-lifetime pivotal moment. But this time, they're actually...
No. I'm so fucking glad that I don't have to deal with this shit. Okay. Needless to say, this is actually my very first time trying to debunk Prageru. And if anything, I know Prageru's history. I have nothing but fucking disdain for them. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Let's go with their playlist and see what fun they have. Let's see what the best of Prageru is.
Look at yourself, worrying about music licensing. What you need is an artless subscription. Will my video get a copyright claim? No. Can I use the music in all my YouTube channels? Yeah. What happens if I go viral? Will I need to pay more? Not even one more cent. Who are you? I'm you, with an artless subscription. What? Let's play some music. That's much better, right? Give me your hand. Now you're covered.
Being a normal boy is a serious liability in today's classroom. Boys tend to be disorganized and restless. Some have even been known to be noisy and hard to manage. Sound like any boy you know? But increasingly, our schools have little patience.
To try and generalize every person within this sexual category, it's rather fucking ludicrous. I've seen people who are very quiet as male and whatnot. I've seen people who are very fucking loud and boisterous. I've seen people who are very, very, very prone to, obeying authority. And I've seen people who don't really care for the idea of authority. And yes, they were all kids.
For what only a couple of decades ago would have been described as boyishness. As psychologist Michael Thompson has aptly observed, girls' behavior is the gold standard in schools. Boys are treated like defective girls.
No, they're not.
As a result, these defective girls are not faring well academically. Compared with girls, boys earn lower grades, they win fewer honors, they're far less likely to go to college. Boys are languishing academically while girls are prospering in an ever more knowledge-based economy.
This is actually something I'm rather interested in. Do you think it's maybe because of the fact that the way that schools are, not necessarily working in favor, of the individual? Instead of focusing on, it's the males, it's all the males, how about we go on a case-by-case fucking basis? That would probably solve a lot of the shit.
This is not a recipe for a successful society. We need to start thinking about how...
Yeah, we know it's not a really good fucking recipe for a successful society. You exist.
We can make our grade school classrooms more boy-friendly. Well, here are 4 reforms that would make a very good start. 1. Turn boys into readers. In all age groups, across all ethnic lines, boys score lower than girls on national reading tests. Good reading skills, need I say, are critical to academic and workplace success. A major study in the UK discovered, not surprisingly, that girls prefer fiction, magazines, and poetry, while boys prefer comics and nonfiction. Boys whose eyes glaze...
Once again, generality doesn't necessarily work. You should do it on a case-by-case fucking basis.
Over if forced to read Little House on the Prairie may be riveted by the Guinness Book of Records. Cool. Boys will read if given materials that interest them. If you're looking for suggestions for books that have proved irresistible to boys, go to guysread.com. 2. Inspire the male imagination. Celebrated writing instructor Ralph Fletcher contends that too many teachers take what is called the confessional poet as the classroom ideal. Personal narratives full of emotions and self-disclosure. These are stories girls commonly write, and these are
Yeah, men write them too. We have epic fantasy. I mean, hell, one of the most well-known epic fantasy writers possibly ever. We have a few. J.R.R. Tolkien, Brandon Sanderson, Eiichiro Oda with One Piece. Yes, I will put One Piece there. It is possibly one of the greatest works of fantasy writing of all time. Yeah, non-weebs, suck it.
Whereas action stories describing, say, a skateboard competition or a monster devouring a city, these are not. I recently read about a third grader in Southern California named Justin.
Really? A monster devouring the city? The Blob? An absolute classic in horror? The works of H.P. Lovecraft? Which, that's not necessarily about gigantic monsters, but we can also kind of say it is. They're eldritch gods that just do not fucking care about humanity. Matter of fact, one of them just fucks with humanity because he wants to. Seriously, Nyarlathotep's a fucking asshole.
Who loved science fiction, pirates, and battles. Well, an alarmed teacher summoned his parents to school to discuss the picture the 8-year-old had drawn of a sword fight, which included several decapitated heads.
Yeah, that's also kind of worrisome, the fact that they're, drawing decapitated heads. It's almost like, this could be a telling sign of extreme violence.
Teacher expressed grave
And sometimes, yeah, there is nothing to worry about, but the thing is, considering America's fucking history, there might be something to worry about here. Let's state that fact.
concern about Justin's values. The boy's father was astonished, not by his son's drawing, which to him was typical boy stuff, but by the teacher's overwrought and female-centered reaction.
Well, I think anyone, if you have a kid, like, writing, drawing fucking decapitated heads and shit, yeah, I think some of us would begin to worry. I mean, if I had a kid and he was fucking doing that shit, yeah, I'd kind of worry, be like, I would want to get some clues first, though. I would want to get the context.
If boys are constantly subject to disapproval for their interests and enthusiasms, they're likely to become disengaged and lag further behind. Our schools need to work with, not against, the kinetic imaginations of boys.
Not all of them are kinetic. It's rather, like I've said, it's down to the individual. We should do a case-by-case basis and try and lift them up.
3. Zero out, zero tolerance. Boys are nearly 5 times as likely to be expelled from preschool as girls. And in grades K through 12, boys account for nearly 70% of suspensions. Now, this is often for minor acts of insubordination, and sometimes for entirely innocent behavior. Hardly a week.
Can you please describe what you mean by innocent behavior? And by mild acts of insubordination?
Week goes by without a news story about a young boy running afoul of the school's zero-tolerance policy. Josh Welch, age 7, was recently sent home from his Maryland school for nibbling off the corners of a strawberry Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun.
Yeah, considering America's history of gun violence, it's something to be kind of worried about.
Josh, like many other boys punished for violating zero-tolerance policies, was guilty of nothing more than being a typical 7-year-old boy. 4.
Like I said, take it by a case-by-case level.
Bring back recess. Believe it or not, recess may soon be a thing of the past. According to research summarized by the Science Daily, since the 1970s, school children have lost close to 50% of their unstructured outdoor playtime. And much-loved games have vanished from schoolyards. In schools throughout the country, games like dodgeball, Red Rover, even tag have all but disappeared. Too damaging to self-esteem, or too violent being the usual excuse.
How are they too violent? And I've seen people play dodgeball, I've seen people play kickball, all this shit. I mean, I've been out of fucking high school for like, what, almost 6 years now? But Yeah, I see kids every now and then, they still play fucking dodgeball and shit. I mean, hell, back during fucking middle school, we would play dodgeball.
One popular classroom guide suggests tug of war be replaced with tug of peace. Boys need to work off
Can you please cite your sources?
their energy. They need to be free to play games they enjoy, and keeping them cooped up and inside all day will not help them learn. As our schools become more feeling-centered, more competition-free, more sedentary, they move further away from the needs of boys. We need...
You can't necessarily state that an entire sex needs this, and this. It's rather fucking arrogant.
to reverse the boy-averse trends. Male underachievement is everyone's concern. These are our sons. These are the young men with whom our daughters will build a future. If boys are in...
Not every one of them is going to build a future with a daughter. Not every one of them is going to grow straight. I think it's rather fucking arrogant, but
trouble.
Yeah, let's be honest, they would fucking refuse the acknowledgement of gay kids and shit. That's why all these fucking bills, the transphobic bills and whatnot are passed, saying it's fucking insanity. You know, you're supposedly living in a, free country, and yet they keep on passing this shit. It's fucking asinine.
So are we all. I'm Christina Hoff Summers, the American Enterprise Institute for Prageru University.
I wonder how much you got paid.
Join Prageru University, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and sign...
So yeah, that was my debunking of fucking Prageru. If you guys want to see more, go on ahead. Personally, I don't really care for them. They tend to be a bunch of fucking authoritarians masquerading to try and protect the freedom of America. Let's be honest, we haven't had that for a good few fucking years. Mainly due to conservative movements, and 2021 kind of proved that. They somewhat proved the left kind of right in saying that they were fascists. So yeah, they kind of were. And then you also have groups like QAnon. They actively state that they're like trying to protect the children, and yet they get in the way of, the people who actually do help with the child trafficking situations. Yeah, they just actively get in the fucking way. Matter of fact, a few of them tend to be absolute fucking hypocrites. Fucking insane. Anyway, I might do some more of this. Peace out. If you like it, subscribe and all that shit.